is Tuesday, October the 8th, 2024. I am James, you are you. We are here for episode 501. Last week, we celebrated. That celebration, my friends, is now over. It is gone. And I think it is apropos to say that it is now in the grave. Why is it apropos? Because a new celebration begins, as you may or may have not been able to tell by way of tonight's episode title. Spooky season begins. And if you didn't read the title, certainly you noticed the pumpkin over my shoulder, not to be confused with an over-the-shoulder boulder holder, which at times is what the kids call a bra. And if you weren't able to tell by the plastic Canadian Tire pumpkin over my shoulder, certainly, without any shadow of a doubt, you were able to tell that Halloween has now arrived in the world of At Home with James with our crappy Halloween theme song. About an hour before we went on air, I was listening to the one that we've been using for years, and I thought, this song sucks. Kind of starts like a fake Monster Mash because we only go with the copyright-free stuff here. Don't want to end up in internet jail. I thought, let's go digging, let's go hunting for a new copyright-free song, and I thought, this is the one. This is the new Halloween season theme song for the internet show. Then as it was playing, 5 seconds elapsed, 10 seconds elapsed. I thought, this song might be worse than last year's. I'm making a declaration. Next week's show, we're going to play both, and then the audience is going to vote. And then guess what? By the third episode of the Halloween season, will be a totally different song. Then by the fourth, when we carve the pumpkins, we'll just go back to the usual. That's my impersonation of the regular theme song. I don't think up to this point, the 8th day in October, it has felt Halloweenish at all. And as the few that have been watching this show from day one, I've never been a big fan of Halloween, but I do like to celebrate. I like to force myself into the deep end of the pool to make myself swim without drowning like a rock that may appear at the bottom of Pigpen's Halloween grab bag in Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. I'm all about the Halloween references tonight. I'm taking off one mask, I'm putting on another. Could it be a hockey mask like Friday the 13th? This episode sucks. Why? Because Halloween is here. The best part of Halloween is once it's done, the real cheerful time of the year begins. More on that in the month of November. Usually, the co-host, the co-pilot, I know him, and you know him as the side piece of the show. Dave Kaufman is co-hosting. He is working very hard in the control center tonight. So I put in the call to a former friend of the show who has not been here in a while. He is an expert in Halloween, but specifically an expert in Halloween safety. He's going to be tonight's co-piece, co-pilot, co-host, whatever you want to call him is what he is. Let's welcome back to the show the one and the only Danielle Perrin. Hey, Danielle, how are you, man?
Hey, James, how's it going?
Doing really good. Happy Halloween season to you, my friend.
Happy Halloween to you as well. Just a quick correction on your part. It's not Danielle Perrin. It's Daniel Parent.
Yeah, I always read your name in French, but I understand that you're not Francophone. You're from Kirkland.
I am from Kirkland, indeed, and I'm an Anglophone through and through, despite this province's better efforts to get me out of here.
Oh, easy, Daniel.
Sorry, I hate to get political on the show to start.
Not around the holidays. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to not call you Danielle Perrin. It's Daniel Parent.
But you notice this, James?
Of course I do. Yeah.
It's a
neighborhood watch.
An English sign.
Yeah, well, you are in the West Island, where
That's
those
right.
are a little bit more common.
Yep.
You're standing up for your rights as an Anglophone.
You gotta fight for your rights.
Sure.
Yeah.
To what?
To be safe.
All right. Well, for people who may not know, the uneducated, the unwashed, you're all about Halloween safety. You want to take us through some of your history?
Sure. Well, Halloween, very dangerous time of the year for all the kids out there.
Oh, let's not like lead in right with that Daniel.
They are. It is. Is it not?
Okay, what makes it dangerous?
Well, there's a lot of spooky stuff out there. You got all sorts of kids storming around the neighborhood. They're the older ones. They're doing pranks. They're doing tricks. They're throwing toilet paper on trees. They're egging houses.
Yep. Have you been a victim of these in the past few Halloween seasons?
Well, I don't live in my house anymore because my wife and I got divorced. But
right, your wife Marge.
the motel I stay in gets egged. Yeah.
Okay, so you've been living in a motel for years now?
It's been a couple of years in the motel. I have a good relationship with the motel owner, and constantly out of quarters because I like to put him in the vibrating bed. But for the most part, it's a good time there.
Well, are you looking forward to this Halloween and keeping it safe?
I am. So as I was saying, it's a dangerous time of year.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, one of the neighborhood kids.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
How old do you think I am, James? People say I have a baby face.
Early 50s?
That's right.
Okay, good.
Yeah. They used to put razor blades in the apples. You remember that?
Well, I remember hearing about that, but I don't recall it ever being a thing that happened.
Yeah, well, my buddy of mine, I used to know, he bit right into... What?
Who?
My friend George.
All right.
You know George?
I know. I
You
don't know your
people.
friend.
It's a small.
I'm not from Kirkland.
You're not.
I don't know
Oh man, you give off Kirkland vibes for sure.
I give off Kirkland. Okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah, no, I don't know George.
Anyway, George bit into an apple, and there was a razor blade inside, and he bit the razor blade.
All right. Well, how is he now?
He's fine. It was totally fine.
All right. All right. Well, is he still with us?
Yeah.
All right. Does he still live in Kirkland?
Yeah.
All right. Well, are you ready to co-host tonight's show, Daniel?
If you want to know more about George, I can tell you about George. He was an average guy.
I've heard enough.
Okay.
I've heard enough. Are you ready to co-host tonight? You've never done anything like this before.
No,
I know
this is exciting stuff. I'm gonna
judge the pumpkin carve in the past, but you never co-hosted.
I have, yeah. And my kids are watching. I told them I'm gonna be doing something real cool on the internet.
Tell us a little bit about your kids for the people that don't know.
I got 3 lovely kids. I got my kid Bart.
Mm-hmm.
Got Lisa. I got Maggie.
Yeah. How old are they now?
Oh, it seems like they don't age to me because so it's Bart's. I don't know.
When you're looking at it through the eyes of a parent, they're always your babies.
Yeah, it seems like they're permanently stuck in a stage of arrested development, and they haven't changed in 30 years or so.
All right. Well, take me through your level of excitement in hosting tonight's show and rather co-hosting.
I mean, I'm very excited, James. I think this is going to make me cool in the eyes of my kids.
All right. So is that something that you kind of struggle with to try to stay current?
Yeah, I'm not so much, with it. I'm a divorced dad in his early 50s, James. It's not exactly the most exciting life I'm living. I'm living at a motel, so this is sort of the highlight of my month. Other than Halloween, where I get to keep the streets safe from these little kid terrorists.
Let's whoa, easy now, Daniel. Let's kick it into high gear. You ready to welcome our first guest tonight?
I think so. Hold on.
Yeah, super duper. What am I holding on for?
Let me get ready.
Oh, how are you getting ready?
Psyching myself up.
Don't
screw this up.
All right.
Don't embarrass yourself. All right, here we go.
Our first guest this evening, true original in the world of At Home with James, right here live on the internet. You've seen him do a variety of things. Most recently, he is the curator, I guess you would call it, of the Vinyl Cesspool, where he features and profiles a series of very obscure albums that he has dug through and found. Let's welcome tonight he hosts the Vinyl Graveyard. It's Jason Grimmer. Jason, welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out.
Hey,
do you like that song?
John Sebastian there.
Yeah, do you like that song?
Yeah, I mean it's a killer theme song. It's no Taxi theme by Bob.
Well, the Taxi one doesn't have any lyrics though.
So what the?
I like a song with lyrics.
Okay, well we didn't know that beforehand. Now I'm at a disadvantage.
Well, this is already getting off to a rocky start.
Hey, nice to meet you, Jason.
Oh, who's that?
Me? I'm Daniel.
Oh, okay. Daniel, what's your last name?
Parent.
Oh, you live in Quebec?
Yep.
Cool. You don't have much of an accent.
Like, what
At least
kind
from
of accent?
Kirkland.
What's that?
What kind of accent would I have?
I don't know. I didn't. Again, I'm at a disadvantage. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, Daniel's from Kirkland. He's in Anglo Quebec.
That's where they make the milk.
Yeah, we got milk around here. Hey, we're having fun.
All right. So
What are you doing
Jason,
for Halloween?
Me?
Yeah, what are you gonna do for Halloween?
What am I gonna do for it?
Well, no, I don't mean like serve it. Like, what are you gonna do for the holiday? Like, it's not really but like, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be patrolling the streets of my neighborhood, making sure all the kids are safe.
What about your kids?
My kids?
Who's making them safe?
I don't have custody over my kids.
You what?
I don't have custody over my kids, so I'll be watching them, but from a distance. I'm sort of not allowed to be.
you're gonna be watching your kids from a distance on Halloween.
Yeah,
That's
making
why
sure
you
they're
don't have
safe from a
custody.
distance.
All right. Well, I don't want to incriminate you here, Daniel. I'm worried you might be saying the wrong thing. Jason, traditionally you dig through a variety of albums. Tonight
Okay.
you found a series of Halloween-specific albums, vinyls, LPs that will perhaps be the sound to really kick people into high gear as they try to get into the spirit of spooky season. Is that correct?
Yeah, man. I try to find some stuff. I mean, I'm in the bins with these lice-ridden subterraneans, trying to find like the best records that you don't see all the time. And I think I found like 5, at least, like a good batch for you tonight.
Now, was it a struggle to get a hold of any of these vinyls? Were people, participating in a tug of war with you? Like, no, I need this one for my collection.
I need to say something right now, and I don't really want to like embarrass you on your own show, but the plural of vinyl is vinyl.
Yeah, I like my way better.
Okay.
It's like
wrong.
moose.
Yeah, mooses.
Yeah, it's vinyl.
All right, so let's profile some of these vinyls that you've selected for us tonight.
Sure, let's take a look. We got the first one here. It's
All right, yep.
an old favorite, right? Did you know that she did a metal album?
Okay, why don't you take us through this one? It's you seem to always find any and every Lornette album.
I do. Like, there's a lot. Here's the thing. There's a lot of Lornette records, and now I've narrowed it down to just Lornette records. That's where she was.
Does she have more albums than Nana Muscuri?
She's got many more albums. Many more albums.
Yeah.
You could have an entire catalog of just her albums, and they're all very easy to find. In fact, sometimes they're a giveaway. This was given away to me at a Levi's store, and this is she's wearing a bucket hat because that was their spring thing, a 666 bucket hat. They were doing it, so she was part of that. So it was given away free. It's got some money now. It's got some cachet now, but it did have some controversy because of some of the songs. Like, for instance, it's a Halloween themed one, and she has this.
Yeah, I don't even want to go forward saying the name of the album.
Oh, why?
Well, it's a little raunchy for me.
That's what she was doing. She was looked at as like Canada's sweetheart.
Yeah.
Cuddly and fun and just kind of a little bit saucy. And then she just came straight out and, with this album title, Fuck Till You Die, which I think is like, I mean, in the spirit of Lornette, it makes sense, right? But she had a song that was crazy. It was like a 10-minute song, and it was called I Don't Think It Was Great That You Came As Hitler, but I Do Think It's Great You Came With Me, which was like a really great 15-minute song that I liked a lot.
What do you think about that type of title track there, Daniel?
Yeah.
What do I think about it?
Yeah.
Makes me a little bit nervous, puts me a little bit up.
Yeah, I agree. It makes me a little bit nervous too.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the beauty of Lornette, right? She's our David Bowie, Canada's David Bowie. She had another song called I'd Say Boo, But My Mouth Is Full.
Oh, wow. What do you think about that one, Daniel?
Well, I'm wondering what she's eating.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, Daniel, you probably aren't privy to all this, but she's a bit of a voracious appetite for men. So you can imagine with the title like I'd Say Boo, But My Mouth.
Just like my ex-wife. I know those all too well.
Whoa, Daniel, we don't have to go there, do we?
I'm just saying, sometimes you walk
wait a
into
second,
your own
maybe we
house
do
and
need to
you
go there.
find
What's
your
her address?
ex-wife with another man. Sorry, anyway, you continue.
And then another song, just I want to put it, I paid for the movers, but my stool is in the same place as it was before. So she's good at illustrating disappointments and highs and lows of relationships, even during a Halloween season.
All right, well, why don't we move on to the next one? I don't want to make Daniel any more nervous than he needs to be here. So this is another great album
James.
from... Okay.
I got to do exposure therapy, I've learned from my therapist. So sometimes it's good to be around the stuff that makes you nervous.
Okay, well, before we move on over, how much is this album worth on Discogs, Jason?
It's as I said, it was free, given away at the Levi's store with the bucket hats of 666,
Sure.
and so I think now it could fetch us anywhere from 49 cents to $1.80.
All right, great. All right, so let's move on to the next one.
Sure. Well, this one's a favorite of mine. I collect a lot of this guy's records. A lot of people say I shouldn't. A lot of people close to me say I should stop. A lot of people that know me very well said this is probably dangerous. A lot of people that have known me for a long time have said this is a weird veer off for you, Jason. But I've been playing a lot of Mason Todd's records.
Not the first time that Mason Todd has appeared as part of your cesspool / graveyard.
He does a lot. Yeah, it's like Mason Todd's a very NAMBLA Halloween, and you'll notice there's some. These are rush jobs. I'm telling you, because if you look at that, there's an open quote at a very, and then Halloween doesn't have one. But next to Halloween, it does have. But it does next to it have missing children on a carton and pills, and I find that this guy is just straight up with who he is.
Yeah, there's really no secret to the way that he chooses to live. Again, it's probably a choice.
Yeah.
Now, Daniel, this is probably someone you want to keep your eyes on.
Now I'm wondering, what does that NAMBLA mean?
We probably don't want to say that on the show.
I can tell you exactly what it means. It means.
Oh, I know what it means. I don't think we should say it on the show.
What is it when a word sounds like the sound it makes?
I don't.
That's NAMBLA.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure. Any songs on here that are people would consider bangers?
Yes, 1-800-2-BROS is pretty good.
Yeah, sure.
Bobbin' for Hot Dogs. And this one's a really good one. Try This On. Really nice.
Well, I used to know a guy in my neighborhood, friends with him, named Mason. And he got a peanut in his Halloween candy and had an allergic reaction.
Oh, my God. And was he okay? Or?
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay. Well, that happens at Halloween. We should be careful.
So I see that the sticker claims that this is 49 cents. How much is this currently worth on Discogs, Jason?
Oh, this is worth a lot. It's a very cachet audience. And they will pay. It's like people who collect, medieval swords. They're a select group of maybe like a cabal of maybe like 4 people in the world who are probably very rich, and they get this a lot of times in package deals. And I'm not going to go into what those package deals are.
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. So let's move on to the next one. That was Mason Todd's A Very NAMBLA Halloween, featuring some really awesome cover art. What do we have coming up next, Jason, as part of the
a classic Canadian
graveyard
children's artist with his.
You know me, I love CanCon. Oh, this is a Raffy.
Me too, James.
Oh, great, Daniel.
Yeah, it's Raffy. Halloween for all ages. Of course, this album's called "Put Your Hand in the Effing Hole." And
whoa.
Yeah, it's a tour album, and the thing with this is like it's a concept record. I don't know if you're aware of the Kiss album, The Elder, also a concept record.
Yep, sure.
This is a concept record and the same thing. And let me just tell you something before you ask me what songs are great on it. All the songs are called "Put Your Hand in the Fucking Hole."
Every track on this album is that,
and it's just different like tempos and in tone. Sometimes it's very like meditative.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's very just sharp and military, and then sometimes it's just like a lullaby. But it's basically he was interviewed soon after this, and he refused to talk about it. And I think it's because producer Bob Ezrin had talked to him and said, "Hey, maybe you shouldn't do this," but he did it himself. And I love Canadians who really put themselves on the line.
Yeah, people who stick to their guns. Now, does this speak to you? Does this speak to you at all, Daniel, as a proud Canadian living in Quebec?
Well, I love Raffy, and my kids do too. We're more partial to Baby Beluga, but this one seems all right.
Oh, well, try Put Your Hand in the Fucking Hole.
Well, I'm curious to know, any idea what's in the hole?
You don't really find out, but you get this guttural feeling. I just want to say before we move on, this is Pierre Poilievre's one of his favorite records for his children.
Oh, the Canadian politician.
Isn't it Poilievre?
Poilievre.
No, it's Poilievre.
Prime Minister, God willing.
Are we talking about the same guy?
It's Peter Poilievre.
Yeah. He works in the government, James. He's in the government.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Great.
Mr. Sun is another good song by Raffy.
How much is this one worth on Discogs, Jason?
This one is worth a lot of money, and I was very lucky to find this because it is worth upwards of $2,000.
Wow. Okay,
I guess Rafi decided afterwards he didn't want to have it, and he deleted it. And
sure.
Don't bring this one up to him and ask him to sign it. He will tell you to fuck off.
Wow.
All right.
$2,000.
So
I'd love to have $2,000.
Yeah. How much have you been spending on motels?
Oh, a lot.
Well, can you give us like a bit of a rough,
I don't know. It was like my motel bill for last year, according to my accountant, was like $28,000.
My God. That's why you can't buy the Raffi album.
I guess.
Yeah, but if you divide that, like, about the time you spent there, it works out to be quite a deal, I bet.
Yeah,
sure.
Probably. We want the next one?
All right, so let's move on to the next one.
Yep, this one's maybe a bit of a dicey one for people. It's just kind of like in the news right now, and I thought I'd find. I sort of dug through my archives and found it. Of course, this is P. Diddy's "Trick or Freak," the chilling, thrilling sounds of.
Chilling, thrilling sounds of P. Diddy's "Trick or Freak." Yeah, I've never. This is a hell of a. Okay, so on the album cover, we've got, of course, Diddy. Looks like Ashton Kutcher, Rob Ford, Lornette, Mason Todd, and then I can't figure out who's that on the.
Oh, I can tell you that's Dimitri Kires.
Hold on, I gotta go in for a closer look. Oh, that is Dimitri Kires. I thought it was someone wearing a beanie. All right.
So these parties are now in the news, and I kind of wish that,
and not for the right reason.
They weren't safe, James.
I kind of wish it sucked because if they were in the news back then,
we
would have gone. Maybe more people would have seen and had a good time at these parties, as opposed to now where it's like, oh, it's too late. I can't get it.
Yeah. Okay, well,
there was rumors for a long time that these parties were not safe. A lot of our I've got a network of neighborhood watch and you'd always hear bad things about the comings and goings of these parties.
Wait, there's like a syndicate of the neighborhood watch members, so the ones exist here, you guys connect with the ones in California?
Yeah, we're kind of like the I don't know if you know these guys from New York, but we're kind of like the Guardian Angels.
Guardian Angels, yeah. I was okay, so you guys are more of a neighborhood watch version of the Guardian Angels who sort of impose vigilante justice.
That's right, James.
All right. Wow. Okay. So
anyway, they call this sounds of P. Diddy's "Trick or Freak," and I say sounds of missed opportunities for me. Anyway,
any tracks on here that really speak to your tastes?
They're not. The thing is it is a very arty record. It's just a lot of like wet sounds.
Oh, all right. Spooky, which is great. A lot of people like ambiance. For their haunted houses, things like that.
Not for me.
Can we move on, James?
Sure. Yeah, I believe this is the last one of your vinyls.
I don't like
this one. This one was a special one that came with. This one came with.
What are you waiting for, Daniel? What's going on? What's going on over there?
No, I'm getting distracted. I just need a second so I can focus on what the next album is.
This one's a true Canadian classic that was only available if you saved up enough vouchers from Yum Yum Chips. And it came free in the mail, and boy, was it exciting when you received it, especially.
So more CanCon.
Yeah, especially if you like magic like I do.
All right.
I think you'll see here. It's of course Doug Henning, Canadian politician and magician Doug Henning, with his album "The Magic and Mystery of All Hallows Eve."
Wow. Okay, this is a hell of a cover. The art, a little unsettling. I do like the fact that it's presented by Yum Yum Chips. Tell us a little bit more, Jason.
I grew up in the Maritimes.
Sure.
So really, Yum Yum had a complete lock on the chip industry.
Yeah, of course.
And for years, that's all I could get. And to be honest, that's all I wanted. I don't really care about anything else. Sure, later on, I was a Hostess Munchie in a sort of like I had to play one in a festival.
You did?
Mascot. Yes, I was a mascot. I was a Hostess.
Wow. Really?
And yeah, totally was. And but Yum Yum was really what was in my heart. Doug Henning, of course, was the first time I could vote, and I voted hard for him. And of course, we've got Luba Goy, who's every Canadian boy's first crush.
Oh, I love Luba Goy.
Yeah, who doesn't love Luba Goy?
Of course, sadly, this photo is just before she killed herself.
What?
And then, yeah, I'm sorry. And then across we have Canadian mattress actor Stephen Shaft. And as you can see, he's getting totally into the Halloween spirit. I don't know if you can zoom in there, but I think there's a lot of reasons why Sam Goodies wouldn't carry this record.
I have to say, I just enjoy the way that you pronounced the last name Shaft.
Well, there's two F's.
Yeah. Still, I enjoyed it.
Thank you. He was great. A lot of people called him the Corey Haim of mattresses.
I feel like
including Corey Haim, who called him from the park bench that he died on.
Wow, this is really a lot of questionable things being said. What do you think about all this tonight, Daniel?
I mean, life is tragic in a lot of ways.
Sure.
And this is a reflection of that, I think. We've all been through hard times, and so have the musicians we love.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Well, Corey Haim was an actor.
He's also a musician.
There was music on the soundtracks to the movies he made.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
So he's a musician.
Yeah.
Well, so Jason, it looks like this brings us to the end of the graveyard. Are you going to continue digging while the Halloween season continues, or are you done for the month of October?
No, I'm in the trenches digging all the time, James. You know that as well as I do. I'm always looking for something. The hunger doesn't abate, and I just need to keep finding more stuff. So I hope to come back soon to show you some of my exploits.
Well, I will say before we let you go, there's a big event happening on the 19th of October in a space that you manage, Theater VME.
Oh,
it's
great.
The third edition of At Home Live and In Person, the improv show.
Oh.
Can't wait to collaborate again.
I can't wait to be there. I'm sure I won't be casting anything, but I'm glad to be there.
You may say that, but cast invites have almost exclusively yet to be sent out.
You guys do improv?
Shows in... What's that, Daniel?
You guys do improv?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Well, you can give it a try.
Technically, I don't.
I could try it?
Why not? Anyone can try it. All Jason, right. Why don't you let Daniel know how we can try improv on a weekly basis?
Sure. Well, I think Daniel, you can just take a look at are you on Google or and type in Montreal improv Mile End every Thursday improv show 8:30 p.m. every Thursday. And you'll find
so it's dash site separated and not just space.
Sorry, what? No, why? I would say space. Dash, and then basically you just follow that link, and maybe even hit at the top of your screen when you have those choices, you can hit map, and then just come by anytime. It's $20 for you, and
I don't have that.
All right, well, Jason, I want to thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you on the 19th at Theater VME.
So excited. Thanks so much.
Hey, Jason, really nice to meet you.
Hey, good to meet you too, man. Good luck with your ex-wife.
Hey, we should hang out sometime.
Me and your ex-wife?
No. No, please no.
All right, well.
Thanks a lot, Jason.
Okay, take care.
That's Jason Grimmer. That was Vinyl Graveyard. Daniel, you really took a liking to Jason.
Yeah, real intense guy.
Yeah, you thought so too, hey?
Yeah, he came here, he had something to say, and he came and he said it. And I like that straightforward attitude.
Yeah. What do you think? I think that vinyls sounds good when you pluralize it.
Vinyls?
Yeah, it sounds good. I think the S sound makes it fun.
Vinyls.
Why don't you give it a try, yeah.
I'm going to go to the store and sell these vinyls that my wife owns.
Now try it plural or singular, excuse me.
I'm going to smash this vinyl because it reminds me of the affair my wife had on me when I walked into the room and this music was playing.
Anything you want to get off your chest, Daniel?
Not really. I'm doing pretty good. This is fun, James.
It is fun. It's fun hosting the show, right?
Yeah.
Well, are you ready to meet our next guest?
Another guest?
Yeah. 2 guests tonight. 3 if we include you.
Okay, sure, yeah. But
Well,
maybe you got something else to say while...
well, I do. I do. Thank you for the tee up. So once again, we just talked about it as we finished up Shop with Jason on the 19th of October, 8:30 p.m., live from the venue previously mentioned Theater VME in the heart of the cool neighborhood of the Mile End. It's the 3rd installment of At Home, live and in person. The show is completely improvised, and it's not going to be anything like what you're used to, where the people come out. And I'm guilty of this too. Can we get a word to get? We just need a location. All we need is a smell. Can you give us your favorite name of a boy or girl?
Well, that sounds fun.
Well, hold on, because I've got an announcement.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, take it easy, Daniel. I'm very pleased to reveal that on the 19th of October, as I was just saying, it's going to be completely different than what you're used to. Each and every scene that happens that night, inspired by multimedia, visuals, audio, clips, songs. There is going to be a big screen at this show. If you want to talk twisted and sick, this show is weird and wild, and it is for wackos only. If you're someone that sits in the crowd and goes, don't come, I will throw you out. I've been begging for a reason to throw someone out ever since I did it this past summer at Theater VME, and I've got a taste for more. Multimedia inspired improv. You gonna come, Daniel? I'll leave you a ticket at the door.
Sure, but I'm worried you're going to kick me out, James.
No, just don't make any noises of discomfort.
Aw.
You just keep it to yourself.
Okay.
All right. But look, you don't strike me as someone who's going to have to do it. You strike me as someone who likes to, have a good time, right?
Is it all right if I cry, James?
Is it all right if you cry? Well, maybe from laughter if you want to.
Okay, sure. I'll be from laughter.
Okay, great. Well, are you ready to meet our next guest?
Yeah, I love guests.
All right. You want to talk about people that are going to be there on the 19th? It begins and it ends with our next guest. Let's welcome Monika Schneider to the show.
All right, here we go. Hey, welcome, Monika Schneider.
Hey!
Monika, say hello to tonight's co-host, Daniel Parent.
Hey, happy to be here.
Hey, really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I like your outfit.
Thank you. I like yours.
Oh,
Cozy.
thank you. Really?
Yeah, Monika, what do you like about Daniel's outfit?
Well, it's fall. It's getting chilly, and this, it looks like you're wearing a fleece, a bit fuzzy. It's got a hint of fall pattern, a bit of a collar, and that's, tells me fall's here, and let's get cozy,
Oh.
Well, Monika, this is precisely why you're here. You are, and you can admit it, you're an expert in fashion, correct?
You know what? I'll embrace that.
Okay.
Maybe was more so a few years back, but I'll take that I still am. Why not?
Look, game recognizes game, and you know the game, because don't hate the player, hate the game. You
Right.
worked in fashion for years.
Yes.
We're kicking off the Halloween season. What I've done is taken the liberty of scouring the internet to find a series of Halloween costumes. I want your unbridled, unfiltered, uncensored, uncut opinion on them from a fashion perspective. But
Beautiful.
Monika, I have to tell you something. I got into a rabbit hole of sexy Halloween costumes.
Oh, you know what? I thought you might.
Oh, boy.
What is it about me, Monika, that made you think that I just very well might?
Well, it wasn't necessarily you, but just that Halloween often
Yeah.
there's a side of it that is we can dress however we want, and those that kind of, might
Yeah.
wish to be sexier, it's the opportunity to be like an alter ego or a fantasy.
Sure. Yes.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of sexy Halloween
Yes.
costumes. So,
Halloween has got sex appeal. Daniel, what do you think about sexy Halloween costumes?
Well, it can get dangerous out there, and I worry
Yeah,
about
especially if Mason Todd is around.
Why? What did he do?
Let's move on.
Okay.
Have you ever, Daniel, worn a bit of an on the line Halloween costume?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked, James. Let's just say that one year I wore this sweater without the undershirt.
Oh God! So you're just like you got a hairy chest under there?
Now I shave.
Okay, well you keep it tidy.
Yeah.
Monica, let me ask: have you ever worn a Halloween costume that was a little bit risque?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I think my most risque was dressing up as Julia Roberts' hooker Pretty Woman.
I don't know if that word has ever been said on the show.
She was a hooker in that movie?
How did you miss that?
What? I thought it was a love story.
Well, it is, but it's really hard to miss that she was a lady of the evening.
Yeah.
I don't know. I walked into the theater 5 minutes late.
I think probably was a little bit more than five. What did you think about Richard Gere in that movie, Daniel?
Oh, man. Handsome fellow.
Yeah.
Hey, the Neighborhood Watch, rumors are going around about him.
In what respect?
Apparently, a hamster got loose out of the cage in his house.
All right. Well, Monica, I've put together a series of costumes, so I'm going to ask you, much as I did everyone else, or rather what I omitted in doing, bring your attention to the player on our Twitch VOD.
Yes.
And you'll be able to see some of these costumes. Now, this first one is most certainly going to have people down on their knees praying for more. This is the hot father costume. So, Monica, immediately just give us your rundown and opinion.
Listen, first thought, I see see-through mesh. I'm thinking 90s. There was a lot of that, you know.
Yep.
I'm thinking Sarah Michelle Gellar in what was that movie?
Cruel Intentions.
That's it. Yes, yes. So I'm thinking male Sarah Michelle Gellar, Cruel Intentions, 90s.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a fashion aspect here, and 90s attire is very hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like
It's a little too hot right now.
a little too hot. It's a little too hot. I like the you know, Christ symbol on the crotch. You know, we're going very sexy here. I approve of this. It's very risque. It's I like that there's a prop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know.
I quite like his combat boots.
Yes, I'm really glad you brought attention to that. Again, very 90s, very Kurt Cobain, very grunge. There's a lot going on here. And, you know, there's that what's under the cross. You know, that's exciting.
Now, would you say that this outfit's maybe a little bit blasphemous?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But that's what Halloween's all about. You know, you can push those boundaries. And
yeah, you're not wrong about that.
No. Yeah.
Daniel, what do you think about this from your fashion eye?
Well, the see-through mesh reminds me of the mosquito nets we have on the windows of my house, or my former house, and I was looking through that mesh.
This guy's outfit reminds you of mosquito nets?
Yeah. I was looking, you see through the mesh, and you see your wife with another man in the bedroom.
And it would make you maybe say, "Oh my God."
That's what I said, actually.
All right, Monica, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this as Halloween fashion?
I'm gonna go 7.
Okay.
Wow, that's a good score.
Yeah. We'll see how the others line up.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next one. Now, this outfit is most certain to make rather, the milkshake is going to bring all the boys to the yard. This is Miss Grimace, inspired by the Grimace milkshake.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there is a lot. And I don't know if it's good.
James, I was just going to say my first reaction was I don't like this.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah, it's not for me. I'm not there's a lot of reasons why. I think one, Grimace by nature is kind of mascot vibe.
Yep.
And it's
and look,
not...
I love me some Grimace.
Yeah.
I love me some Grimace.
I just think it's the wrong character to try to make sexy. Yeah. And I'm not sure, like, these fur things over the boots. I think it's kind of tacky. And on the hair with the hat. If you're gonna have eyes and you're trying to be sexy, put them on the boobs, you know?
Ooh, okay. Daniel,
Under
what
the
do you
boobs.
think about that? Eyes on the boobs.
I feel like that would make me nervously want to avoid eye contact, James.
Sure. Okay. All right, Monica, let's keep going.
I do like the French fry purse. It's very, again, kind of 90s, early 2000s. I think Sarah Jessica Parker in Sex and the City. Or if
Sorry.
you, novelty mini bejeweled purses. And it's kind of cool, but that's kind of the only thing I like about it, to be honest.
So this one is going to be this is a no for you. Miss Grimace is a no for you. It doesn't seem particularly practical, I will say.
No. And it doesn't make, like, if someone didn't, if I didn't see the title Miss Grimace, I wouldn't know what this is.
Yeah, it is a bit of a stretch, I think.
Yeah. That's it.
All right, Daniel, what's your thoughts on this one?
You know, I like it. I think this woman's trying her best. She's just living her life one day at a time, putting on an outfit for Halloween, and not everybody has to love everything someone does for them to be a good person.
Now, coming in from the chat, Boss Fracture, legendary viewer of the show, writes, quote, missed opportunity to call it Grim Miss. Yep.
Like a miss?
Yeah, but this is a miss, right? Okay, well, we're going to move on.
A 1 for me. It's a 1.
Yes. Okay, a 1.
I was going to say, it's interesting. There's different rating schemes on the different pictures.
Was there?
Well, this one was a yes or no.
Well, but I closed out the original one with a score.
Okay.
Right.
So this one's a 1.
So this is a 1. We're going to move on to the next one. Anyone wearing this, if you come into contact with this guy, get ready for a bumpy ride.
Just 1 second. Sorry, I got to prepare myself to see the next thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, you're going to have to prepare your eyes. Coming up next is the Rough Rider. So again, you might want to look away, Daniel. This one's a real eye catcher. The Rough Rider.
I know this guy.
You know who this is?
Yeah.
Was this your friend George?
This guy's been riding around my neighborhood for quite some time. I've been trying to bust him. I've been on his case for a while.
Riding around what? On what, a horse?
Yeah, on a horse stick.
All right. Monica, what do you think of the Rough Rider?
I am loving the Rough Rider.
Tell me more.
It's cowboy. It's a nice monochrome beige, which I find very interesting. It gives me a bit of desert, a bit of Mad Max. The pop of red. Traditional kind of grunge, cowboy / aviator. Could be a nod to a cop from, the 80s. And it's exciting, again, great boots. Love the whatever's in that. Is it a toy gun? Who knows? But love the prop. And there's kind of almost a mix of authenticity with, sexy stripper vibe.
Yeah. What do you think about the area right around kind of, you said it, I'll take a phrase
chaps?
from your book. Yeah, the kind of the chaps that are bicycle shorts with the hole where the
love it. So
the package.
There was a huge fashion trend not too long ago, and it's still out there, cutouts. And I love that we got these cutouts. It's not only been a trend, but it's also the traditional chaps vibe that we're getting. Okay. So we've got a lot here, and I think it's pretty cool. Not everyone pull this off necessarily, but I think it's a lot of fun for everyone.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer the Rough Rider or Hot Father?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna give Rough Rider an 8. So
Daniel, would you buy the Rough Rider costume?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'd buy his costume.
Would you wear it?
I mean, I don't know if I'd wear it. I don't know if I'd pull it off.
You'd buy it, but you wouldn't wear it.
I'd put it in the closet and think about it.
Maybe it's time this Halloween to let your freak flag fly, Daniel.
Oh, I don't know about that, James. I'm worried about what might come loose.
That's the fun.
Yeah, isn't life about taking chances, especially at Halloween, Daniel?
Not
Come
my
on, you're
life.
maybe something great will happen. You'll get yourself out of the motel.
I
Hmm.
don't know, James. I feel like every risk I take ends up with me being brokenhearted.
Well, that's really brutal.
Hey, Monica, I've noticed a little something about the way you're ranking these people.
Oh, please share.
I've noticed, and pardon me if I'm taking turns out of school here, but I've noticed that so far you've liked all the men and haven't liked any of the women.
Well, there's only been one woman
Well,
so far.
to
I'm
be
just saying.
fair, exactly. To be fair, there's been one woman, and nothing to do with gender, just really it's the outfit.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But great observation, noted, and let's see what else we see.
All right, we'll see.
Well, we've got another male costume coming up. The name of this costume is very much a play on words from what I believe is the Shrek movie. This is Puss Boots. So I think this is a bit of a male kitty cat outfit. A Monica immediate reaction. Wow,
Makes me laugh.
these pants leave nothing to the imagination.
Yeah,
I'm
immediate
just
reaction
noticing it now.
is I don't really like it.
Oh,
Although, you know what? I think I don't like it for men, but I think I'd like it for a woman.
Okay.
I don't know why, but
Well, if it was a woman, wouldn't this lady be topless?
well, I think she'd need a tank top or something.
Okay.
you could
What
easily
don't
adjust
you
that
like?
top to cover the nipples.
Oh.
Yeah.
What don't you like about it from a male perspective, Monica?
It just seems that's a great question. It just feels wrong. Like I don't know, like, and maybe I'm traditional, but it kind of feels like maybe if it was more of a wolf or a lion, there's something about it that it's like I want you to go bigger and be a dominant costume. It feels like I'm
Whoa.
hiding in a cat, and I don't like.
Whoa.
I don't know why.
So you're saying that something along the lines more like Rough Rider or Hot Father?
Yes, I prefer those. This is personal. Personal. If I'm trying to take personal opinion out, I
Mm-hmm.
think what I don't like is maybe a crop on a guy feels
Sure.
unless it's like Viking and not animal.
Sure.
So if this to me went a bit more Viking, if that meant maybe some sort of metal belt accessory, I think we're missing a prop or an accessory here around the
Mhm.
waist. It's a little too tight all the way down. I might like it more, and maybe some sort of instead of the ears on there, is it something more medieval or Viking-ish?
Understood. Okay. Daniel, what do you think about Puss Boots?
Well, this is I own this one, James.
Oh, so is this one of the costumes that's just been in your closet?
It's
that
been
you
in my
think about?
closet. It's interesting that the one that Monica doesn't like is the one that I own, but at the same time, when I saw it, I thought, oh, that's interesting. Puss in Boots. It's a take on the Puss in Boots character from the Shrek franchise.
Oh, are you okay over there?
What? Why would happen?
Just you had a hard time with that one.
The Shrek franchise.
Have you ever worn it?
Sometimes I put it on at home, but in my motel, and I go to the bar and have a drink.
Oh, you go to the bar in this?
Yeah.
What's the name of the bar?
What?
What's bar do you go to?
It's called Bar.
I
Bar,
could've
bar,
sworn
bar.
it was- I could have sworn it was called Moe's.
I go to that one too, James.
Oh, you go to Moe's?
Yeah, just not in this costume. But yeah, I
All
hang
right.
out with my friends in Bar and Moe's too, and my
Who
friends,
do you hang out with at Moe's?
I hang out with my friends Barney, and well, there's Mo, who owns
Yeah.
Moe's. Him and Barney get into it,
Yeah.
and then there's Carl. Sometimes he's
Yep.
there, and there's
Monica, how would you score this costume on a scale of 1 to 10? A 4.
that's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, so Daniel, it's like you got a 4.
Thank you, Monica.
So we are going to go to the last costume. Now, I was not aware. Like I said, Monica, I did a deep dive. I fell down a rabbit hole. I was in a well of sexy costumes. oftentimes when you go to these costume shops like Spirit or Crazy Halloween Mega Depot, you see these costumes that are based on something, but they don't have the copyright or the IP, the trademark. So let's say there's a Trump costume, it'll be like insane president. They can't call it what it is. I found a costume called Sexy James.
Ooh.
And I have reason to believe that this costume is based on me.
I can't wait to see it.
So let's I know Dave's in the booth tonight. Let's bring it up, Dave. So
Yeah.
this is Sexy James.
Great.
This is a costume for ladies.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love it.
yeah.
But I'm gonna argue that it doesn't feel like Halloween. It could just be worn every day.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless they had a photo of you maybe around their neck or something that could let people know, because people may not know unless they saw a photo of you that that's what they're.
Okay.
But I like it. You know, a faux leather legging, great. Always love.
Yeah, we all know that I'm notorious for my faux leather
Yes.
leggings. They've
Sure,
got the glasses.
obviously.
They've got the beard. They've got the shirt. No cap.
Yeah. Oh, that's. I think that might be missing a cap.
There is something I will say enticing about seeing a lady dressed as me. I don't know what that says about me, but you know,
I
I'm not
think
against
also-
it.
I say that again. Sorry.
I'm not against it.
No, yeah. Well, listen, I think the shirt should be untucked.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not much of a tucker.
Yeah, not much of a tucker. I do like that they're wearing a beard, and that's makes it a little more Halloween for me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, I think a photo around the neck or something might help. And but it's cool. And is there glasses? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, there is a pair of glasses there.
Pair of glasses. Listen, not bad. Just
Mhm.
for me, not an obvious Halloween, but I like the uniqueness and creativity behind it.
Yeah. Daniel, what do you think about this one? Sexy James.
I don't like it, James.
Why not?
Sexy James looks a lot like my ex-wife, Marge.
Really? There's similarities?
A lot of
Is it
similarities.
possible she's the model in this?
I don't think she's the model because she has slightly different hair. Her hair is blue and stands straight up. But other
Alright.
than that, it's almost an exact match. It's making me
Wow, okay.
sick just thinking about it.
Well, okay. We'll calm down here. It's not your wife, so
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
what is this?
It's a breathing exercise my therapist gave me. It's to
Okay.
center me. I'm better now,
Is
James.
it working?
I'm perfectly fine now, James.
Okay. Just the way that you said it seemed a little bit. I'm perfectly fine now, James.
I'm fine.
All right. Monica, how would you score this one?
I'll give this a 5.
A 5. Okay. Not bad. So I think what was your highest score tonight? Was it Hot Father or was
Yes.
it
No.
Rough Rider?
Rough Rider
Rough
with an
Rider.
8.
Okay. While we have you a little bit more, Monica, do you intend on dressing up this Halloween season?
Probably not. I haven't for many years. Although I love Halloween, I
Hey.
just haven't, gone to events that are dress uppy and
Sure. Okay. Now, is there anything that you think could like kind of push you towards dressing up this year? Or is it mostly kind of a wash Halloween?
Well, I'm going to see Bruce Springsteen, and I don't plan to wear.
Is Bruce Springsteen here on Halloween?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So I think that's a
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that
man,
sounds
he's my
like
favorite.
a way better way to celebrate Halloween. Oh, he's one of your favorites?
Yeah. I listened to that song "Born in the USA." In my head, I changed it to Kirkland, but it's a really great song.
How that doesn't sound like it really matches up that well.
No, but it means it's more personal to me.
All right. Well, Monica, look, the thing that you and I have in common, really above all else, is that we love the holiday season. And one thing that I definitely do look forward to in Halloween is right around the corner, is it means there's about a month until everything goes from orange and black to red and green.
Yes, yes, yes. Can't wait.
Well, look, Monica, I want to thank you so much for being here tonight. I'll see you soon, and I'll certainly see you on the 19th at the
Yeah.
At Home Live and In Person 3 show.
Thank you, and nice meeting you, Daniel.
Hey, it was so nice to meet you. You want to hang out sometime?
Yes, 100%.
Really?
Wear your funny costume.
Yeah. Oh, the Puss
Oh, Puss
Moon
in
boots.
Boot.
The one that
Yeah.
Monica did not like.
You want me to wear
I'll
that?
bring you a bowl of milk.
Oh, nice.
All right. Well, thanks, Monica. I appreciate it.
No problem. Bye. Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Wow, Daniel, how about that? I don't know if Monica picked up on what you were trying to communicate, but I think you were asking her out on a date, right?
Well, you know, I don't like to be so straightforward, but I think it could be a date. We'll figure it out halfway through.
Halfway.
Yeah.
What's your method in figuring it out?
Normally, I go meet up with the person, and then I
Sure.
say, "So, is this what I think it is?"
And how does that usually go? How do they respond?
Not great so far, James, but it's bound to
Well,
work.
have you been on many dates since the divorce?
You know, not really.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, look, I think Halloween is a great time. People often want to be out there meeting people, socializing. So maybe this year it's less about trying to provide safety to kids and trying to open yourself up to a bit of danger in a fun way.
I don't know if I could do that to the kids, James. I feel like they need.
What
me
do the
out
kids
there.
ever do for you?
What do they do for me? Well,
I feel like you're using these kids as a shield to stop yourself from getting back out there. You use them as an excuse to stop yourself from hitting the streets, going to Moe's, having a couple cold ones,
and bar.
meeting someone. That's the excuse that you use. Well, if it, so, you know, 1 year, think about yourself. Come on. Your wife Marge sounds like she's out there.
Don't talk about Marge. I don't want to hear about her.
Well, maybe you could use your breathing exercises one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, James. What about this?
Yeah.
This Halloween, I'll spend the first half.
Say it like a movie trailer.
Okay. This Halloween, coming soon to a theater near you. I'll spend the first half watching kids,
Okay.
and then the second half on a hot date with a lady who.
Are you saying that you're vowing to go on a date this Halloween?
Well, if a lady would do me the honors of it, yeah, I would do that, I guess.
Well, look, I think there's only one thing that we can do, and that's hope for the best that, you know, when you ask Monica halfway through, is this what I think it is? That she says, I think I know what you think it is.
You think she's gonna go for it, James?
For your sake, Daniel, I really hope so.
Me too.
You can't see it, but I'm knocking on wood.
Hell of a gal, Monica.
Ooh, easy. Don't come on too strong.
Sorry. You're right. Heck of
Daniel,
a lady.
I'm going to put a ticket aside. Am I going to see you at the At Home Live and In Person 3 show?
I'll try to make it.
All right. Well, thanks for that vote of confidence.
No problem.
Thanks so much for co-hosting tonight, Daniel. I really appreciate
Hey,
it.
this was fun. You want to do it again sometime?
I'd love nothing more. Let's see if we can put that together.
All right. Great.
Well, Daniel, I appreciate it. To the folks out there, I appreciate you kicking off the Halloween season with me. For Monika Schneider, for Jason Grimmer, for Daniel Parent, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night. Goodbye. How's the rest of that thing go? I am James. You are you. We're here. Good night. Goodbye. Farewell. And of course, be well.
Hey, is this when the show ends?
Sure is.
Okay, just wait a second.
Sure thing. 4.
I gotta get ready
Getting
for it.
yourself ready for the song.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready.